listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of my friends around the world. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, 55 degrees, going up to a level at 58. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend and a beautiful Thanksgiving. Yes, I hope you had, listen, I hope you guys didn't eat too much turkey. I don't know who eats a lot of turkey though, for real. Like, I don't think anybody ate off our turkey. My husband actually turned around and made chopped barbecue out of the turkey, which was really good, actually. I've never had chopped barbecue turkey, but it was really good. And then he made chopped barbecue out of half, and I'm going to make turkey salad out of the other half. I don't think anybody ate any of the turkey. We had ham, we had ribs, we had turkey, and then a whole bunch of other Thanksgiving food. And so we knew we were going to have turkey left over because we always do. So I'm going to take my half and make turkey salad. He took his half and he made chopped barbecue turkey, which is a hit. He took it to work and people love it. But it is good. It was really good. It was different. I had never had chopped turkey barbecue before. So people who like chopped barbecue, if they don't like pork, turkey, and I've had chicken chopped barbecue before. So here's the thing. I've had North Carolina style chopped barbecue where there's no sauce. So the chopped barbecue that I've had no sauce on it. And they make that like that. And when I first had it like that when I went to North Carolina. And so it's chopped barbecue with no sauce. However, you have the option to add sauce if you want to, which is what I always do because I like sauce on my chopped barbecue. But he made it the way we make our chopped barbecue with sauce. So, but it was a hit. It tastes really, really good. And he took some to work and people want some more. And I said to him this morning, "But did you take any more?" He's like, I guess he took just enough for him. And but people are asking for it. My husband is a great cook, and in his past life, he probably was a chef or something. And we've talked about many times him having a restaurant. But a restaurant is a lot of work, and you have to be a certain kind of person to be able to go in there and make the same things over and over. My husband is what I call a creative cook, which means no two recipes are ever the same. I think it's hard for him to make something the same every time. It always tastes good, but it's always different. And so that would be a tough business for him, even though he cooks really well, because he likes to experiment. And so you can't experiment when you run a restaurant. You need to have a set inventory, a set product menu, so you can be able to track your inventory really well. And you need to do stuff the same way over and over again, which he doesn't like to do that. So I discovered that early on that, okay, this may not be a good business for him because you can't change the recipes up. When people come in there and want to taste something, they want to taste the same thing. He's very creative when it comes to cooking. So he wants to, he likes to create. It's kind of like me. Like, I like to create stuff. So it's hard for me to, even with my businesses, and I'll give you a prime example. With this business, with Good Morning Gwinnett, it has a bunch of moving parts to it. I could have been satisfied with just having a regular show Monday through Thursday, but I couldn't be satisfied with that. So I have all these other little moving parts. That's because I'm a creative. And so I want to expand the business. He's a creative cook. So he likes to try new things and do new things, which means every week he probably want to do something different, and you can't do that in the restaurant business. Now, that being said, you can do that as a caterer, because as a caterer, you're going to make menus that people request. So that gives you the opportunity to be as creative as you would like to be. But anyway, he did. The food was delicious. We didn't bother him. We made sure nobody bother him so we can have good food. Because I told y'all, if we take him off, the food's not gonna be good because he's gonna be mad at us. So he wasn't mad at us, and the food was delicious. Everybody enjoyed it. And now it's like, okay, what are we having for today? And in my mind, I'm thinking probably leftovers again, which neither one of us want leftovers. So we have to figure that out. Anyway, hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I did. Anytime I can hang out with my family and friends is a good day. So yeah. All right, so today is Monday, November the 28th. It's also National French Toast Day. I'll eat French toast, but that's not something that I go out and order. Like, I used to make it at home, my way of making it, But that's not one of the meals that I'm like, you know what, I want some French toast. That's not pancakes. I like. I just can't eat them that much anymore. They make me very, like, I eat them, and after I eat them, I'm sick. And I think it's the syrup, but I don't eat them very often. Like, I had them last Sunday. Was it Sunday? Last Saturday or Sunday? Not this past Saturday, Sunday. I think it was the last Saturday or Sunday before. And they were delicious. But when I tell you I was sick as a dog after I got finished eating them, I was. So I don't eat them very often. But anyways, National French Toast Day. Knock yourself out. It's also Cyber Monday. Listen, I know you guys probably shopped a lot on Black Friday. I hope you shopped a lot on Small Business Saturday and supported small businesses. Today is Cyber Monday, so I'm sure it's a whole lot of Cyber Monday specials going on right now. And then tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. So find a nonprofit that you want to support and support them. They are doing work that the community needs, most of them. And so in order to keep doing that work, they need your support. So there are some nonprofits somewhere in your neighborhood. I don't care where you are, you can find a nonprofit that's doing work in your community. And the way they're able to operate is from donations and support from the community. So tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. Today is Cyber Monday, and it's also National French Toast Day today. All right, so find out a nonprofit in your area that you can support tomorrow on Giving Tuesday. Just matter of fact, you can do it today, but tomorrow is actually Giving Tuesday. Okay. Let's get on with this show. Let's get on with these horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thompson for today, Monday, November the 28th. We're going to kick this thing off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You may be overreacting to personal problems. Try to curb your tongue and let others at least get a word in. Residential moves look hectic, and sudden changes in your life are likely. All right, look, watch your tongue today, right? Curb your tongue, curb what you say. I know you got a lot on your chest that you want to get off. Today's not the day, though. Not today, the day for you to get stuff off your chest, all right? Residential moves look hectic. Most of the times they are. You know, it's so funny because my brother do not believe in like moving stuff. He will hire a moving company in a minute. Me, on the other hand, I don't know, for some reason, we always move our stuff. And he was like, I'm not doing all that. And so, anytime I think of moving, it looks hectic before I start packing the box. Like, oh my God, because just myself alone, just in my office, I have a lot of stuff, and I try not to have a lot of stuff, but I do. So if it looks hectic today for you, Aries, that's because it probably is. And you know, you can do it, but I'm sure it's stressing you out. I'm sure it is. People, I don't know about anybody else, but I do not like to move. Taurus, unexpected bills will be impossible for you to pay. Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that, Taurus. You may be admired by colleagues and employers for your diplomatic way of handling your work and those you work with. Travel will lead you in a new direction. All right, listen. Here's the thing. If it's an unexpected bill that's impossible to pay, I know our nature is to stress about it, Taurus, but if you can't pay it, then you can't pay it. What I will suggest, though, is that you make arrangements. Because most of the time, you can always make an arrangement to pay, no matter what. Even if you can't pay but $10, make the arrangement to show the people that, you know what, I'm really trying to make this payment. All right, so do that. Gemini, you may enjoy doing something musical for entertainment. Try a barbecue or a day at the beach. Don't agree to make any of those cosmetic alterations you've been considering. All right, look. Barbecue and beach. I don't know who's going to the beach today on Monday in November. I know somebody said, I'm going to the beach where it's nice and warm and I can sit back and relax. I get it. If you could do that on a Monday, God bless you, baby. You on vacation? You still on holiday? Yes, some of you are. Enjoy yourself, Gemini, if that's you. If you about to go on the beach and have a barbecue, knock yourself out. In the meantime, the cosmetic changes, alterations to yourself, don't do it. Nope, don't do it. Not now. Cancer. A new relationship can be yours if you get out with friends. Avoid letting children and friends borrow. Your partner's a little jumpy. Why your partner jumpy today, Cancer? Why? What's up with them? You need to ask them, what's wrong with you? You acting a little weird today. Ask them. Ask them. Listen, don't just look at them all crazy. What's wrong with you? Ask them. All right, in the meantime, if you want a new relationship, you got to go out with your friends. Now, here's the thing: who are the friends? Because that could determine the person you meet, the people you hang out with. You are the sum of the 5 friends you hang out with, right? And if you hang out with 5 rowdy jokers, chances are that friend is gonna be a rowdy joker. So just know that, Cancer. All right, Leo. You may not be completely honest. Friends may not be completely honest with you. Later in the week, your boss will pat you on your back for a job well done. Someone you live with may cause drastic alterations in your usual routine. Now, don't you hate that? Listen, don't go messing up my routine. I don't like that. If you want to tick me off, change the way I do stuff without me knowing in advance. I don't like that. So I get it. And yours is saying drastic, Leo. So prepare yourself for that. In the meantime, your friends, I ain't say your, I say your friends. I know that's real country, right? Your friends may not be completely honest with you. What are they hiding? You want to ask them that, Leo. What you got? What's up? Why y'all acting kind of sketchy? What's up? Ask them. I'm just trying to help you out. Virgo, romance may be better than you ever thought possible. Look at you, lovebird. Keep an eye on your weight. Whew. Yeah, I got on the scale this morning. Wasn't happy. If you're feeling uncertain, spend time alone and reevaluate your motives as well as your needs. Woo, child. Listen, Virgo, keep an eye on your weight. Yes, I did not keep an eye on my weight. Now, here's the thing, right? I didn't even eat a lot during things. I'm terrible. I've been trying to not eat at night. That is my issue. I need to go to therapy for that. Because I'm not a day eater. Like, I will go all day and not eat anything hardly. And then at night, when I shut down, it's a mess. So, Virgo, don't be like me, Virgo. Don't be the weak chain like me. Keep an eye on your weight. Don't be all messy like me and weak. Yes, I know my weaknesses. I'm not afraid to share them with you guys right here on this show. Yep, I'm a night eater, and I'm trying to get better at that. So I did not lose a pound. I'm losing the bet to my husband because I'm not losing anything. So I'm keeping an eye on it. It's just not moving. How about that? I'm keeping an eye on my weight. The problem is my weight is not going anywhere. That's the problem. Anyway, I'm going to the song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned.
I was yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home, but if I'm not mistaken, you were good on your own. And I know I was drunk enough. Didn't know it would mess me up, yeah. Now I'm truly awakened up. So you wanna talk again, but it's time I do this my way. I don't wanna be your friend. Think we hit our expiration date. I want you to feel the weight, feel the hate that I felt when we came to an end. You don't get to call me up, tell me that you need forgiveness. You're the one
It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. We're going to pick it up with Libra. You can get a great deal accomplished if you bring work home. Take the day to relax and pamper yourself. Don't let relatives put demands on you. All right, here's the thing. I don't know about you, but I am not trying to bring... Well, let me just say this. You shouldn't be trying to bring work home. I live with my work. It's not a good thing. I can tell y'all right now, I was working on a project that I'm so happy I finally got it complete. So this might have been... It wasn't Friday because I was sick Friday. I wasn't feeling well, y'all, Friday. I woke up with the worst... vertigo or something I've ever had in my life. So I pretty much didn't do anything. But I think it was it was Thursday. Was it Thursday? It was Thursday. So Thursday, it was Thanksgiving. So Thursday morning, was it Thursday morning? I can't remember what it was. Anyway, it might have been Saturday. I think it was Saturday. It was Saturday. So Saturday, I had a project that I was working on. I was creating an app. And I've been working on it for about 3 months. And my goal was to have it done by Small Business Saturday, which was Saturday just passed. And I was very close to being completely finished. But I did not finish. I finished Sunday morning. So I got it done. But all day Saturday, when I tell y'all I was in here working pretty much all day Saturday, I was working all day Saturday. To the point where I would go and get in the bed and then remember there's a feature that I needed to add to the app. So I come back in here and program the feature into the app. Then I would go back and get in the bed and I remember another feature I need to add. Then I come back in here and sit for another hour and program that feature into the app. This is what I kept doing until I finally got the app finished. So it was completely finished and I was like, okay, then I went to sleep. So my point for telling you this story, Libra, is you might not want to bring work home. But I get it. If you want to accomplish some stuff, bring it home. Because I did. I accomplished a lot. I got it done. So I got it done before midnight Saturday night, which was my goal. And I was really happy with myself. So Sunday, I was like, whoo, I could take a breather for a second. Because that's something I've been working on for about 3 months. And now it's complete. I just have to do some tweaking, very, very small tweaking. And then I can release it to the App Store. So that's exciting. Scorpio. Control your temper by getting immersed in your work. Try not to be too emotional with those around you. You need some excitement in your life. And meeting new people in exotic destinations will certainly satisfy your desires. Okay, look at you. You need some excitement. Scorpio, we all looking for some excitement right now. I was laying in the bed this morning because I was up very early this morning. I was laying in the bed thinking, I want some excitement. What does that look like? What do I want to do? Do I want to travel somewhere? I need something. Because I work a lot, y'all. So I've been working a lot, working on this app. That's done. Working on launching the store. That's done. Now I got to create an app for my store, which is exciting. But that's what I've been doing, just working on building stuff. And but now I need some time. I need a vacation. So where you going, Scorpio? Let's meet up. You know what I mean? You want some extra, some excitement? Yeah, what is that? Let me know, because your girl needs some too, for real. Sagittarius. The talk you have may be eye-opening with regard to your present situation. Rewards for past good deeds will highlight your day. Recognition can be yours if you present your ideas and stand behind your beliefs. All right, listen. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So if you want to be recognized today, stand up for what you believe. Stand behind your beliefs, Sagittarius, especially when you know it's going to do something to help others. It's going to be a solution to a problem. Stand behind it. If you think that what you have to say, it means something, stand up for what you believe. And recognition could be yours. Absolutely. All right, Capricorn. Pleasure trips would turn out better than anticipated. Don't let someone take the credit for the job you did. Your need to put great detail into everything you do may cause you to miss the overall picture. I get it, Cap. I know you want to be. Don't be a perfectionist. I get it. I sent somebody the app to look at, right? Listen, go in there, put your information in there. Now here's the thing, and I was just talking about this earlier with one of my mastermind buddies. So I sent the information to some people, hey, take a look at the app, tell me your thoughts or whatever, because they're in my mastermind group, right? So we have a mastermind group. They're in the group or whatever. And I said, send me, take a look at it. And so they were like, oh, now this is my thought. Y'all Y'all could beg to differ. So instead of looking at the functionality of the app, she took a look at the something about, something about privacy or some crap. And I wanted to say, ma'am, do you realize we don't have any privacy? There's no I don't care what anybody says. I believe that there is no privacy. If you are connected to any device, your smart television, you have no privacy. Your smart speakers, there's no privacy. That mother freaking phone that you walk around with, you have no privacy. You have no privacy. You got a computer, you have no privacy. If you use a credit card, there is no privacy. So I'm not even concerned about that. But instead of her looking at the functionality, she wanted to ask me about privacy and her information. Ma'am, your information is all over the internet. Check out yourself. Is this there? So I don't get caught up in all that, for real, because at the end of the day, we don't have any privacy. I'm connected to my phone. I'm connected to my tablet. I'm connected to my TV. I'm connected to the smart speakers. I'm connected to my computer. I have no privacy. Neither do you, because you spend just as much time on your cell phone and computer as I do. But anyway, I said all that to say it was a reason behind all that. And I don't even know what it was. I have no idea what I was saying. Anyway, just don't let people take advantage of you. Don't let people take credit for the work you do. And I had a reason for sharing that story with y'all, but anyway, I forgot it. Aquarius, go after your goals and don't be afraid to ask for assistance. You need to lie back and enjoy a little rest. Ooh, don't we all, Aquarius? Close deals that have been up in the air and move. Close deals that have been up in the air and move on to new ones that appear to be profitable. All right, yeah, close. Listen, that's what I said this morning. I woke up with that. Look, I got to close this deal out so I can move on to my next deal, which is really building out my store and building the app for my store. So I have an e-commerce store called Pillow Envy. Check it out. I'm excited about Pillow Envy because I have all these great new ideas to add to the store. And I'm excited about that. But anyway, check out pillowenvy.co.co, pillowenvy.co. That's my store. And the next thing I'll be doing is building an app for that. All right? Yeah. Anyway, in the meantime, you go ahead and close them deals, Aquarius, so you can move on to bigger and better things. All right. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces. You may have difficulty trying to get your mate to understand your position. Don't get involved in expensive entertainment that involves gambling. You ain't got to worry about me on that one, sugar. Take time to catch up on gossip and make plans to do a little adventure travel. Forget the gossip. I don't care about that. But the travel, I might do that. In the meantime, your girl is not going to spend money on gambling. Not going to happen. Let me tell y'all a quick story. So this is funny. So I like going to the casinos, but I have a straight cutoff budget. My budget is $150. When I go over the $150, I'm ready to go back to my room and relax. I don't care about anything after the $150. I really don't. So I have a strict budget about that. Now I do mind going. I don't mind going because I like the whole, going there just playing the games. Because I like games, right? But I'm not a huge gambler. So my uncle who lives with me, he and my husband like scratch offs. And so he scratched off $250 last week. He was excited about that. So whenever he scratches off money, he'll buy me a ticket. So he bought me a ticket, right? And I scratched off $100 from my ticket. And I was like, oh crap. So he said to me, you gonna buy some more? I like some more. I might buy one. I'm not about to take the whole $100 and put it back in the lottery. It's not my thing. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm going to walk away with a profit on mine. So, I'm a business person, so I'm not going to scratch off 100 and put back 100. I put back 10 out of 100. He laughed at me because, he put back about 50, I think he said. I'm like, I'm not putting back $50. Like, that's crazy. I'm not doing that. So, and the funny thing about it is it took me a couple of days to scratch mine off because I put it somewhere and don't remember where I put the scratch off. And so he asked my husband, is she going to scratch it off? He said, probably sometime. He said something like, yeah, she might, or she will later or something. Because that don't be my thing, y'all. And I said all that to say, y'all ain't got to worry about me spending no money on gambling like that, because I'm not. I don't know about you, fish, but this fish right here don't play like that. And when I do scratch off, my husband used to hate that. I could scratch off $25. I'd be like, listen, bring me back one $5 scratch off and $20 in cash. He just looked at me and shake his head because he would put the whole $25 back. I ain't doing that's defeating the purpose. The purpose is to make a profit, right? Is that not the purpose? So I'm not putting the whole thing back if I'm in the black. Yeah, that's how I think. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow with more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Dawson. Now let's get on to some news that you can use. So, early voting has started, and people were voting, baby. They were voting Saturday and Sunday, and you can early vote up until December the 2nd, which is Friday. So get out there and vote, because it's important. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into the whole thing with the politics. All I'm going to say is go out and vote. That's all I'm saying. Go out there and vote. I will be probably going out this evening sometime. It was my intention to go yesterday, but I forgot. Because my husband and I had talked about we're going to go voting Sunday. And I forgot all about it. But guess what? Your girl will be out there sometime between today and Friday to do the voting. I will not be voting on Tuesday because it's probably going to be a hot mess. But I will be voting between today and Friday. So get out there and cast your vote. All right? It's important. This is important. That's all I'm going to say. Whew, so much more I want to say, but I won't. All right, Gwinnett School Board highlights mental health, local control over student discipline in 2023 legislative priorities. The Gwinnett Board of Education is sending Gwinnett legislators a list of 18 priorities that highlight issues such as education funding, local control over issues such as student discipline and curriculum, school and support staff recruitment and retention, mental health, and school safety. The board adopted its list of 2023 legislative priorities earlier this month. The purpose of the list is to highlight areas that Gwinnett County Public Schools would like to see addressed during the Georgia Assembly 2023 legislative term, which begins in January. So this is important because we want to make sure, that our kids get the best education, the best support that they can get, so they can come out and be the best community leaders that we can have. That's important. This is what you're asking the Gwinnett delegation, if not the entire General Assembly, to consider during the next session. Jorge Gomez, who is the GCPS Special Assistant to the Superintendent, told board members on November 17th. These are areas that you're asking for both funding improvements and or consideration for new laws or deletion of existing laws that would be barriers to these areas. So these things are important. We need to make sure that everybody's on the same page to make sure our kids will get the best of everything, right? And their education should not be about politics. I'm just going to say that. That's what I'm going to say. And so this is important. So right now, the school system will be dealing with some legislators in Gwinnett delegation who are going to fill major roles in the Gwinnett, Georgia House of Representatives in 2023. That's why it's important that you go out and vote. All of this is important. It all ties in together, but our kids are what's important. So make sure, you do the things you need to do. All right, I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
got the melody.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney bringing you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. The Gwinnett County Police Department, Police Chief J.D. McClure is encouraging county residents to stay up to date with crime trends. They got a new app out called Crime Mapping. I think I talked about that, which is pretty cool. And so it is an app to tell you. So I went into the app because I wanted to go check it out. You know, I was developing an app, so I need to see like what does it look like inside. But what was cool about this app was that you can go in there and put in your address, and you can put in like where you want to know if there's a crime in the radius compared to where you are. So let's say, for instance, you know your address is 30043. You can put in 30043 and your address, right? And then you can say, let me know crimes in the vicinity of this zip code. 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles, whatever. You can put that inside of the app, and it'll tell you any crimes that's reported, but it'll also let you sign up for an alert. So you get an alert when there's a crime that's reported in that area. And then so you had crimes that are reported, and you also had sex offenders that are registered. So you had the option to find out about sex offenders or crimes. Now, I don't think I saw the option to pick both. I don't think I saw the option to pick both, but here's the thing. Go check out the app because it's important for you if you want to know what's going on in your area. Even if you want to know what's going on your street, you can use crime mapping for that. So it's crimemapping.com, and I had to share that with you because one of the apps that I've created is also a community app, and I'll talk about it more when I'm ready to release it. But this app right here helps you make sure you know like what's going on in your area. So I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, county residents can access the crime activity data through crime mapping. The web-based system plots police reports onto an interactive map for users. Remaining updated on crime trends will empower residents to keep their communities safe, according to Chief McClure. So that's pretty cool, y'all. But that's what I'm saying. So check it out. All right, check that thing out to make sure because you don't know sometimes you don't know who your neighbors are. You don't know what's going on. And I think I told y'all about like last month, it was October. I'm laying in the bed. I don't know if I told you this or not, but I'm laying in the bed, right? And so I hear like somebody banging on the door. They were banging so hard, I thought they were knocking on my door. So I jump out the bed like, who's knocking on the door? It was like about 10 o'clock at night. Who's knocking on the door like this time of night? But it was not. It was somebody down the street. And man, he was spewing some stuff out of his mouth. He was trying to get in that house, right? And they must have been about 3 or 4 doors down. He was banging on the door, and he was calling her all kinds of names. And I'm like, so I went across the hall to my uncle's room. I was like, listen, because that's how loud they were. He's like, where are they? I said, they somewhere down the street. So a couple of days later, literally 2 days later, I'm laying in the bed about 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, right? I hear the police saying, he called out the address. I'm not going to call out the address. He called out the address and said, suspect is inside. He said, I want you to come out with your hands up. I jump out the bed and I'm looking down the street, and sure enough, down the street, the cops were down there. It was a whole bunch of cops. I'm assuming it was the same house, and so they were calling. They called out the address on the megaphone, where the whole. I'm sure everybody that was right by them and right across, they heard the whole thing because I was up the street. I'm like 5 or 6 houses up the street, and I heard it as clear as I'm talking to you guys right now. But anyway, I said all that to say this is where crime mapping could actually come in, because then you can find out what's happening. Right? You don't know who's out there. You don't know what's going on, but you will know when these things get reported if you subscribe to the app. So I subscribe to the app because I want to know, not that I'm being nosy, but I want to know who my neighbors are, because sometimes you don't talk to your neighbors. Like I have one neighbor, she doesn't talk at all, and she's met me before, and you would have thought I have done something to her, which I did not, but she just doesn't seem to be a nice person. But anyway, check it out, crimemapping.com so you can be notified of what's going on in your town. Okay, I think that's really important. All right, so Sports Turf Company has completed renovations on the final Gwinnett Public Schools Stadium. Yep, the company specializes in sports construction and surfacing. The last stage of the project was transitioning 14 school facilities to artificial playing turf. The artificial turf will be safer, more durable, and higher performing. So I think that's pretty cool. So artificial turf, for those of you who don't know what that is, when you see the kids out there playing football and they don't have mud all over them, they're probably playing on artificial turf. And so they're not hitting the ground so hard. They're not getting skint up. You don't see mud all over everything. Even if it's raining, you don't see mud. So they're probably playing on artificial turf. So anyway, that project is pretty much coming to transitioning. It's coming to in the last stages. So it's coming to end. Now this is a story that kind of shocked me. This story right here, because I was like, what? So I'm in media. I love being in media, right? And so last was it Friday? I think it was, no, it wasn't Friday. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. So Monday or Tuesday, I'm at breakfast at Peachtree Cafe, having breakfast with Derek Wilson, who is the president of the Greater East Side Chamber, and we're there having breakfast at Peachtree Cafe in Lawrenceville. So as we're having our breakfast, Chuck Warrington walks past. He was having a meeting too at Peachtree Cafe. He stopped by the table to talk and speak and stuff. So he had a brief conversation with him for a second. He walks out of the door, and then Mayor David Steele from Lawrenceville comes right behind him, and he stops to the table and talk. And I'm like, oh, this is so cool. So he stops to the table and talk. And he was telling us about, he's the mayor of Lawrenceville. He was telling about all the things he does in Lawrenceville. And he was also talking about, he told us a little bit about who he was. So what he said to me was, we used to own, he and his family used to own the Gwinnett Daily Post. And I'm telling y'all, I was not planning to go to breakfast with Derek. He wasn't planning on having breakfast. He just said, you know what, I have a meeting, and, I'm about to have breakfast. If you want to come and join me, I'm like, oh, absolutely. Was not planning on having breakfast. And when David Steele said to me, I used to own the Gwinnett Daily Post, my radar just shot up like ching. I'm like, really? And he said, yes. I didn't think that to be a coincidence, because I don't really believe in coincidence. I was like, wow. Now I know he's our mayor. I live in Lawrenceville, and I have never met him, but I've seen him before, but never personally met him. He stood and talked to us for about 15-20 minutes just standing here. I should have told him to have a seat, but I didn't. But anyway, he told us that he owned the Gwinnett Daily Post. Now, he said they sold the Gwinnett Daily Post to the owners that's there now. I want to say he said either 84 or 94, something like that. So they sold the Gwinnett Daily Post. Well, the Gwinnett Daily Post is being sold again. Yes. So Gwinnett Daily Post has been sold to Times Journal Inc. Yep, I thought that was pretty cool. And so right now the publication was sold by Southern Community Newspaper Inc., the publication's parent company, to Times Journal Inc. And Times Journal Inc. now owns 21 Georgia newspapers and their corresponding websites. I thought that was interesting because I'm in media, so that was pretty interesting for me. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's a big move. But I would love to talk to like the owners of Southern Community Newspaper Inc. because I want to know, like, how do you feel after you built something up and now you have to sell it? Because I don't know. I don't know if I could sell Good Morning Gwinnett, y'all. Like, I really don't. Like, that's a little bit, I don't know. But anyway, listen to this. So, Times Journal Inc. has been around for a long time, but it also bought a paper that has been published since 1866. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, to me, that to me is exciting, right? 1866 is a long time to have a paper, have a media outlet in population and still going. 1866. So the Marietta Journal, which is Times Journal flagship newspaper, was first printed in 1866 by Robert McAlpin Goodman on a hand press left behind by General William Tecumseh Sherman's army after the Civil War and converted from a weekly paper to a daily in 1935. That's the when y'all hear me talk about legacy, that's a legacy. That paper was printed, so Times Journal flagship paper, which was the Marietta Daily Journal, was the first, right? Printed in 1866. Now listen to this. That's when the paper was printed, but Times journals have been around since that long. Here it is, 2022. What is that? 160 years? 66 years? That is nuts. Like, that's what I call legacy. Like, that's what I'm building. That's what excites me when I read stuff like this. like something that has been around since 1866. Not only is it still around, but now it's buying up all the other local newspapers. That's what I'm talking about. It has become a acquisition machine, and it's acquiring all of these smaller newspapers. So anyway, congratulations to Gwinnett Daily Post. I'm sure you would not have sold it if things were different. So I guess you got a plan for that. But I was like, oh, what? Shut up. I was excited about that, and it's not even my paper, but it was just the thought of creating something, and then getting it to a point where it could be acquired, or getting it to the point where it could outlive you. So 1866 is a long time. Now they're doing acquisitions all around for all the newspapers. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. Project First, Lawrenceville Police Department and Viewpoints Health Co-Responder Collaboration has already changed many lives through the program's short life. The crisis response team has been called 879 incidents in its first year, with just 8 arrests and many receiving mental health treatment they needed. Yeah, so thank you for Lawrenceville Police for this important work. So this is important, y'all, because this program was launched last year, and one of the issues that the officers face a lot of times is that they get calls, and a lot of those calls have to do with mental health. And so if you're not properly trained, that situation can go really, really bad, really, really quick. So they put Project First in place to avoid those type of things. So 879 incidents in the first year with just 8 arrests. That's huge. That is huge. Think about what I just said. They had 879 crisis response called, right? 879. And just 8 arrests out of 879. Do you know how big that is? That's big. So kudos to Elville PD for good work done. It's needed. It's very much needed. All right. Listen, there's a ghost kitchen coming to Gwinnett counties. I know somebody said, "Audrey, what is a ghost kitchen?" So, this is important if you want to start a restaurant. And my husband and I was just talking about this because I was up last Sunday at the New Black Wall Street in Stonecrest, and the space up there is beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful space, but they have a food court that probably has, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have a small food court that have about 5 or 6 food vendors in there, right? And they could really fit probably 15 more inside of the food court, but they only have like 5 or 6. And I'm thinking, what's wrong with this picture? Because in my mind, this is amazing, and it's at the front of the building. Normally food courts are at the back. They have this food court marketplace at the front, so when you come in the door, the food court is to the right as soon as you come around the corner through the door. In my mind, I'm thinking this could be a really good spot for a ghost kitchen. They have another cafe across on the other side. Anyway, it's beautiful, and they have a food court in there. And so in my mind, I'm thinking if I were a food entrepreneur, I would definitely want to be in a location where I could have a nice stand set up and make it look really cute or whatever. And so that was me thinking on the food side. Now, I'm not by any chance a food entrepreneur. It's not my thing. However, if you are thinking about being a food entrepreneur, a ghost kitchen may be the answer. Now, what is a ghost kitchen? You may be saying. Ghost kitchens are those that have they don't have a storefront. They only fulfill orders, which I think whoever came up with that concept was freaking amazing. So let me give you a prime example. So let's say we had Capital Cooks, right? Let's say we had Capital Grill, right? So Capital Grill is in the building. Let's say we had the Hot Dog King. Hot Dog King is in the building. Let's say we had Shing Shing Gourmet, that's in the building. All of us are under one roof with our own separate telephone numbers, with our own website, with our own ordering system, right? And so what happens is somebody call Capital Grill and they make an order from Capital Grill. Capital Grill fulfill the order and someone picks it up from the ghost kitchen and go deliver it to the client. That's a ghost kitchen. So it's a bunch of food vendors under one roof, and all they do is prepare and ship their orders out from that one roof. So there is no location where you can just go to a restaurant. It is a preparation center for you to be able to prepare your food, sell your food, and then deliver your food to the people. That's what a ghost kitchen is. I think that is amazing. Now, I shared all that to say, There is a new dining facility opening in Gwinnett County promising a digital experience. It's called Chef Suite. Chef Suite is opening a ghost kitchen that will allow restaurateurs to rent private kitchens to prepare food for pickup or delivery. Ghost kitchen are those that have no actual storefront and only fulfill orders for pickup and delivery through websites and apps. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Yes. Okay. Apps. Okay. Anyway. Anyway, Chef Suite will be serving a variety of dynamic restaurants through the Norcross area. The location will be open summer 23. So that's important. So if you're thinking about starting a food business and you don't want to have to go through the rigorous, because it's rigorous, y'all, because I've checked it out for my husband, the rigorous steps of opening your own restaurant, because there are so many things that you have to go through to have a restaurant in this state of Georgia. I mean, so many regulations and food handling certification. It's just a lot. You could bypass all of that with the ghost kitchen, because the ghost kitchen is actually going to be the one that actually set up the kitchen for you. So they are doing all the heavy lifting. They're just giving you a place. Now you're probably going to need to have your safe serve certificates. You're probably going to have that. You're probably going to have some regulatory requirements met, but it won't be so rigorous as if you were opening up your own restaurant. Okay, so anyway, Chef Suite is going to be opening up this ghost kitchen in Norcross. I think it's going to be amazing. So that's going to be pretty cool. I just had to share that because I'm like, that is so nice. And it's such a help. Now we do have a shared kitchen here in Lawrenceville. Well, we used to. I don't know if it's still here, but it's over on Scenic Highway, next to the Goodwill that's right by Gwinnett Drive. So if you're coming down Gwinnett Drive and right behind Ray's Donut in that parking lot, there is a shared kitchen in there. And when I was looking at this for my husband, her starting rent was like $200 a month. And so if you need a commercial kitchen and you don't have one, you can prepare all your stuff there. She had refrigeration and commercial refrigerators, commercial stoves, commercial mixers. She had everything you need to run your business out of that space. And people were there selling like salads and all kinds. It was really cool actually. But it looks like a big food warehouse kind of, and everybody had their own space for the stuff that they were selling, their supplies and everything. It was pretty cool. So anyway, that was pretty much like a ghost kitchen as well. But we have one right here in Lawrenceville, and I think it's still there. And if you go to Gwinnett Drive, and right in the parking lot where the Goodwill is and the Ray's Donuts, in that same parking lot, right behind there is where the ghost kitchen was. All right, so check it out. I think that's pretty cool. Woo! So anyway, speaking of food, Whataburger is plans to open up in Beaufort. Yes. So in 2023, Beaufort may get a Whataburger. I hear about Whataburger. I'm gonna have to check that out. The fast food burger chain announced this week it plans to expand its Georgia footprint by opening in Beaufort in 2023. Currently, the only Whataburger in Georgia is in Thomasville. So they plan really. The only one in Georgia is in Thomasville, Georgia. So additional Metro Atlanta locations are planned for 2023, and they're planning on opening one in Beaufort. So I've heard of Whataburger, so obviously it must be a good burger. I don't know. They're going to open up a bunch of them, and one of them is going to be in Beaufort. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Oh, man, it's news for you today, baby. It is news. So the city of Norcross is calling for volunteers. They're calling you. The city of Norcross is planning to embark on updating its town center LCI as well as its comprehensive plan. So we are forming a steering committee to help guide the process, and we're calling you to be a part of the journey. All residents and business owners located within the city limits are eligible to volunteer to participate. The city will select 10 individuals to serve, and those individuals will be obligated to attend 5 meetings over the course of 2023. So here's the thing. Do not go and raise your hand if you know that you're not going to be volunteering. Anyway, you have to apply, and the deadline to apply is December the 2nd. All applications are due by Friday, December the 2nd. To apply, you can email communitydevelopment@norcrossga.net. 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 If you want to apply to be on that steering committee, they're asking for your feedback, but you have to apply. The deadline to apply is Friday, December the 2nd. And again, to apply, go to community development at norcrossga.net. All right. They want to hear what you got to say. They want to hear what you got to say. Okay. All right. That's pretty much all the news I got for you today. I'm going to go to my last song, and then I'm going to come back and give you my word of inspiration for today. So stay tuned.
Then you fall back, giving me signs that I've seen before. Yeah, it's cute, but honey, I want more. Don't waste no more time. No. There's no use playing hard to get. I figured you out, but you don't know it yet. So take off your mask. Yeah.
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you tonight. That's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my my words of inspiration. I thought this was a good one. I heard this yesterday, and I thought it was a good one. It says, you don't have to. You can learn from mistakes, but they don't have to be your own. Let me say it again. You can learn from mistakes, but they don't have to be your own. Absolutely not. Listen, here's the thing, right? People make mistakes all the time. You make mistakes. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes, right? But sometimes you can learn from other people's mistakes, so you don't have to make the same mistake. You know what I'm saying? So you can learn from mistakes, learn from other folks' mistakes, missteps, so you don't have to do the same. You know, I read an article one time, and it was about Apple, right? And I thought this was genius. So they were saying how new technology come out, and even though Apple is pretty much a huge company, it does not jump out there on the first go around with new technology. And I was like, well, why not? Then the article said because Apple want everybody else to get out there and make all the mistakes so they can learn from their mistakes. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I don't know where I read the article at, but it was like, look, people are gonna go out there and they're going and I give you a prime example about myself. When podcasting first came out, I jumped right on it, right? By the time by the time everybody came behind me, I was burned out because all the mistakes that happened. I didn't have the vision to keep moving forward, to live through those mistakes. I was like, yeah, this is not working. I'm going to quit. But by that time, so much data had been collected from our mistakes that the companies that were doing the hosting was able to take our data, because we made so many mistakes. We gave so much feedback, and it was able to put into a system, and everybody that came behind us was able to benefit from that. So they came behind me and built $1 million podcasting companies, and I quit because I'm like, I'm tired. Like, this is not working, right? Same thing with YouTube. I think I told you guys, I started YouTube a year after YouTube launched. YouTube launched in 2005. I got on the platform in 2006. When I realized that, I just wanted to just throw up. People came behind me, benefited from all the things that I had put out and learned, and the feedback that I had given, and then I quit. That's because I didn't have a vision to see it through. Now, ask me, am I that way today? Absolutely am not. That's why I'm staying connected to NFTs and cryptocurrency, because I know somewhere in the near future it's going to be huge, and I will not miss that opportunity like I missed other ones. So what am I saying? I'm saying that sometimes you can learn from other people's mistakes, right? And you don't have to make those mistakes yourself, because you've learned from the mistakes that they've made. If you know you're on the same similar path as someone else, learn from their mistakes. Follow what they did and don't do the same things. So that's what I'm saying about that. All right. Okay, you could have been anywhere in the world, but spent the last 57 minutes with me, and I love you and appreciate you for that. Be sure, if you missed any episodes of the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, be sure to connect with me on social media under Good Morning Gwinnett. And if you have an app in the App Store, you can download the app from the App Store by going to Good Morning Gwinnett on your App Store. Whether you got an Android phone or an Apple phone, there is an app in your store. I'm going to be updating the app pretty soon. I'm excited about the new look and feel of that for 2023. So right now, it's kind of outdated. I don't like the layout. I've never liked the layout. And so I'm going to be changing that real soon. So I'm super happy about that. So 2023, new vision for the app, because I already branded the website and all that good stuff. You guys have seen that. Now it's time for me to do the same for the app. So I'm excited about that. So, but in the meantime, you can still download the app, and when updates are made, it'll automatically update your app. All right, that's all I got. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. You guys stay safe out there. Until next time, my friends. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.